Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I am Rue and today we're doing something a little bit different that I'm hoping you guys enjoy enough that I can keep doing it on my channel here. Today we're kind of going in with that under consumption core vibe where I'm just using some of the older products in my collection, partially because I love dipping into everything I own and partially because sometimes you need a reminder that it's okay to use what you already have. You do not need the newest product out there, and as much as I love new releases and I'm guilty of wanting to buy a lot of them, most of the time I can hold back because I just don't have the money to, and I am not about to go into debt for makeup. I'm just not. But I think it's so important to remember that even though there are beautiful collections coming out, you can also create really beautiful looks with what you own. So today we're playing with lots of old makeup, lots of things that I've had for about a year, some things that I've had for 7 years. I think 7 years is the farthest we've gone, the oldest we've gone. We are, just playing with products. Some of the things aren't that old for the sheer fact that I only have one of them. And I do want to disclose the fact that I am not an under consumer content creator in the regard of I'm never buying new things, because I am. I get a beauty subscription box every month. I repurchase the things that I need. If there's a really good sale, I buy it if I can afford to. I really do enjoy getting new products to try, but I also am a huge advocate for using what you own, not going into debt for a hobby, and just, remembering that you don't need every new release, because if I tried to get every new release, I'd be deep in debt, and there's just no reason to do that for makeup, no matter how much you love it. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's go ahead and create this look together. Alrighty guys, so as we go through steps of makeup, I'm going to tell you how old each of my products is based on my best guess. So starting with my Morphe eye primer, I got these when all the Morphe stores closed in Canada. I don't think it was open for that long because I did buy a couple backups, and I think I opened this one in 2025, probably at least halfway through the year, but I did purchase these back when the Morphe store was closing because everything was heavily discounted. So just priming my eyes with that, and it's actually the only primer I have in my collection. I also have the black one because I bought it by accident. But these are the only primers I have in my collection, and I'm just trying to get them used up. There are a few new ones I want to try, but it's my oldest and my only. So the next step is going to be eyeshadow, and I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes that are old. In fact, I have ones that are older than this one, but I did want to use one that is still, at least the brand still exists. I'm not sure if this palette is still available. This is the Devour palette from Unearthly Cosmetics, and it's a beautiful color story. I got this one when it first released as well. I got the collection. I want to say it was about 3 years ago if I had to guess, but I'm not 100% sure. So we're going to be playing with this beautiful palette today. I think we're going to start with this bright green. So that one is going to be Snap, and I'm going to pick this up on my largest fluffy brush because I want to put that all over the brow bone. This is such a pretty grass green. It just makes me want spring and summer to be back. We are in the middle of winter here in Canada, which is cold and white, very snowy, and I'm ready for some sunshine to give me some dopamine again. I'm very ready for that. All right, I'm wondering if I want to do a primarily all green look and go in with this really nice teal and this deep forest green as well. So let's do that, and then we'll see what I want to do, if I want to pull anything else in for mattes or if I want to jump to shimmer. So let's go into Pray first, and then we'll go into Consume. I hope this video goes well because I love using what I own. I'm always trying to find fun ways to create content using the products I already own. So if this is something that's really exciting and fun, then I would love to do more videos like this. I know it's basically just to shop my stash, but I always want to remind people to just use what you have and have fun with that. And as much as I love makeup, I love the new releases, I always want to get new things into my collection. I would love if I could afford to just constantly be getting more makeup, or if I was big enough that I was on some PR lists, because I really do love playing with new products. But like, it's so, part of it is the culture, is that's what everyone does when they're trying to make content, and I do want to make makeup content and get to be creative and just express myself and have fun on here with you guys and build a community of makeup loving people. But if I could build a community of makeup loving people that can enjoy new releases but also have so much respect for things that have existed for a while and just using what they already own, I just want to find that happy medium, because I do really, really value using what I have already. So I would love to do more videos like this where I'm just going into my collection and using some of my oldest products. And of course, I do check if things start to smell funny. That's pretty much the only time I get rid of things. If I started to feel like my collection was too big, or there's a few palettes that I'm not absolutely in love with anymore that I'm thinking I might declutter. Once I feel like my collection is at a point where I won't be sad decluttering things, because right now, just going back in with that first brush just to soften those edges a little bit more. But right now, I just don't feel like I could declutter anything, because I don't know, but there's a few that I think I might be able to. I think I just want to play with them a little bit more here before I fully decide. Maybe by 2027, I'll know and I'll be able to do a very small declutter. But again, I really like keeping what I own and using it. Now I'm going to go into Consume, and I want to put that on the outer edge. And I have a lot of old eyeshadow palettes that I could pull into these videos. I've got a decent amount of old blushes that I do still use constantly, but like, to kind of make that the premise of the video is fun. Like, I think it's a good way to remind other people, again, to just use what you got. And there's no shame in not always getting the newest thing, especially like our economy is kind of scary right now. And although I want to turn this into a more serious thing where I am maybe getting PR or like getting sponsorships or even just getting ad money because I grow enough on YouTube, like, I would love for that to happen, especially because, like I said, the economy is not great. The job market out there is not great. So like, any extra income is incredible. And if I can do that doing something that I love, because with the economy being not great, the small business that I have also is kind of struggling. So I'm just trying to find other avenues that I'll really enjoy to try and make my life a little bit easier. All right, I do really like how that's looking. I feel like I want a nice pop for my shimmer. So, God, these are still so pretty. Do I want to go in with this like blacky gold, or do I want to pull the purple in? I think I'm gonna take Gruesome on this part of my lid that's gonna attach to that really dark green, and then Demolish on the inner part of the lid, and then I'll pick one of these for an inner corner and everything after that. So going in with my very empty NYX glitter primer, this one, ooh, how long have I had this? It's gotta be well over a year. It has lasted so well. I do have one backup that I haven't opened yet from Unearthly Cosmetics that I got from my last Unearthly order a couple years ago, but it's unopened. This one, yeah. Sorry, I'm just looking for a brush. This should work. This one I've got to have had for over a year for sure. Maybe even a couple years, because I did take a little bit of a break where I wasn't doing makeup as consistently. My vanity light broke, so I had to go sit out in my living room where there's natural light to do my makeup, and just carrying all my makeup out there was kind of annoying. So I only did my makeup when I had somewhere to go, and not even for work really, just when I had somewhere to be. But I got a new light on my last birthday, a mirror with a light on it, so I've been able to get ready in my room again. And the lighting in my room is terrible, so without artificial lighting there was just no no hope for me there. So since getting my Vanity Light back, I've been doing makeup constantly again, which I really did miss. All right, now we're gonna go into Gruesome to start, which is that gold, like that black with gold shimmer in it. And I want to place that on the first part of the lid, or I guess it's technically like the middle, but you know. Do I want to do like a graphic liner or something? Now I'm going into Demolish, just on the other side of the exact same brush, and I'm gonna press it onto the lid closest to the inner corner. Now we're gonna grab the last bit of that glitter primer that was on the back of my hand, and we're gonna pop that on the inner corner, and then as well as on the brow bone. Now Trap looks very green in the pan, but it actually shifts super red, so I kind of want to go with that one because the greens aren't gonna pop as well. Hold on, one of these also isn't that green. Ooh, or we could go with Snack. I feel like Trap and Snack looks pretty similar swatched. Gosh, I don't even know which is which anymore. Let's go in to Snack, and we're gonna pop that on the inner corner and the brow bone. I feel like this palette is the palette that like started Unearthly becoming kind of pretty expensive. Like they, in my opinion, were pretty affordable, like affordable for indie before they started bringing in multi and duochromes to their palette. And like the fact of the matter is I have 3 of their palettes right now, and the Devour one is my favorite. I love the other 2 though, and they were a lot more affordable. So I don't know, makeup is just getting so expensive. Unearthly was having a sale. It's been almost 2 weeks and it hasn't shipped yet, but I did order one more palette and some blush and like lip liners and some stuff. So I'm just waiting for that to ship because I haven't been able to afford Unearthly since they started raising their prices there. And I'm very excited to get some more of their products in my collection. But we're talking under consumption core right now, so just kidding, I didn't buy anything. No, in all reality, as much as I love using what I own, I do really enjoy trying new things too. And if there is a good deal, and a lot of what I got I needed, like the eyeshadow palette I probably didn't need, but it was $8 and I didn't have anything quite like it in my collection, so that's how I justified it. But then the lip liners, I only have a couple and they're all kind of similar in shade range, so I'm having some colors that I don't have, so like I can justify it, you know? Oh, my lower lash line, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? I'm just gonna go back into Prey here and just touch up because I feel like it is kind of being covered and just not as visible. Now, let's, I think I want to use Instinct, which is this really pretty teal shade. So I'm gonna go ahead and glitter prime my lower lash line, and then we're gonna use that one. Some people think it's like weird to put like shimmers on the lower lash line, but I'll do a shimmer or a matte. Honestly, just whatever I'm vibing with. Sometimes I love a shimmer on that lower lash line. All right, so now that there's glitter primer on that lower lash line, picking up Instinct just with the same brush, which is this little angled brush here. And I'm just gonna pop that along the lower lash line. I think that was a really good choice. I'm just gonna build it up a bit more though. Oh yeah, that's such a good shade. Okay, I think that's all we're doing for eyeshadow. What else do I want to do to the lid in general though? Let me take a peek at what I have for older products and see what I figure out. All right, so I do have a couple liquid eyeliner pens here. These I got with the Persona 5 collection from Game Beauty. That's got to have been at least 3 to 4 years ago as well, and I was thinking I'll use the yellow one if it's not dried up. It's the only shade that I want to use with this look, so if it is dried up I won't use any. It looks like it is still working, so I'm just gonna do something pretty simple here. I'm just gonna go something like that. Drawing in this inner crease is always so hard. This part looks fine. It's this part that looks so bad. Okay, I found my lash glue. I'm not sure how old my lash glue is. I feel like I bought it. It's got to have been at least almost a year since I replaced this, but either way, it's my only lash glue. I replace it once it starts getting low or empty. It's definitely not something I have an excessive amount of. I think we're just gonna add gems just to try and kind of hide some of the marks that didn't look very good. Let's go gem, gem, gem. Yeah, I don't like the big gem. Ow. I just pulled out too many of them and not enough little ones, so I thought I'd try it. Let's do a couple of these. We're still gonna add one more gem where that big one was, just not a big one. I mean, it's fine, I guess. I'm not obsessed. Dang it. I feel like that liner kind of wrecked it, but we'll throw a couple gems there. Now, let's go in with mascara. Now, this one is one that should be replaced frequently. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't know how long I've had this, but I'm working really hard to empty it out. It does not have a funny smell, and it's still good. Like, it still works well. It's not clumpy. I think it's almost empty, so I'm trying to have it empty for the end of January. I'm gonna, let's see, is this one dry too? Kind of. These I got, they're from Colourpop. They had a Glitterally Obsessed like minis bundle. I've got like 4 left with the white lids, and then I also got the pink set a year later. These ones I must have got in like 2020-ish. So they're old. They're definitely dried out, but I've been trying to use them still. I was gonna just pop a little bit on the brow bone. And then for my waterline, we're gonna go into one of my Colourpop cream gel liners. This one is in Catsuit. Oh, and then this one was in You're a Firework. These are also probably 2020, 2021 time frame. A couple of them did dry out and break on me. Some of them still work really well. I have a few new ones, but I know this shade I got in a bundle that I bought way back when. I keep saying a while ago, but I'm realizing a lot of this stuff is not from just a while ago. So yeah, it's kind of crazy to actually think about how old some of my stuff is. But it's all stuff, like, I genuinely use tons of this product, like, all the time. I constantly use these cream gel liners, and I've used them to empty. Some of them have broke, some of them have dried out. Now we're gonna put some lashes on. My lashes aren't that old. I bought these sometime mid to late 2025, probably mid. I think I bought them when I started getting back into doing makeup full time, which was around my birthday. So these are probably from around like summer of 2025. Not these exact ones. I buy packs off Amazon and I just use a pair till they break, and then I grab a new pair and till the kit runs out, and then, or the little pack runs out, and then I buy more. That's how I get most of my eyelashes. Oh, I put glue on the wrong eye one. I'm not ready to do that eye yet. Alrighty guys, that's it for the eyes. So I'm gonna hop off, catch up this eye, and then I'll come back so we can do the rest of the face and talk about some more products. Alrighty guys, eyes are all caught up. Let's go ahead and start doing my face. So we're gonna start with my e.l.f. Suntouchable primer. I got this one probably in the summer. It's my only primer in my collection though, so it's another one of those things that I don't stockpile on, although I would like to have more than one in my collection, just because, especially because this one is like $20, I'd like to find a more affordable one for days where I'm just bumming around the house and I don't need that sun protection and, you know, a $20 primer. But for now it is the only one in my collection, so it's what we're using. That also makes it the oldest in my collection. This is my e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. It's in one of the, I think, fair neutrals. There's, I believe, 2, but the sticker on it broke off, so I'm not 100% sure which one it is. This one I've probably had, yeah, it smells fine, for, I don't know, maybe like a year. I think I've had it, I'm gonna say about a year, and it's the oldest in my collection. I have one other that's open that is a little dark for me, so I've been trying to get it used up, just mixing it with a white color corrector. But this one technically is my oldest one, so we're using it today. I do really like this one. I would probably repurchase it. It's, I think, around $10, which is pretty affordable. I think that's pretty standard for like affordable but drugstore. e.l.f. is not really affordable in my opinion as a whole anymore, that's for sure. And that's another video I would love to do, is talking about makeup that has actually stayed on the affordable end and brands that have not. So let me know if you'd like to see that. I think I'm going to grab just a little bit more. I do like light coverage for foundation, but I think I want just a little more there. I didn't have enough to like pull it down my neck or anything. So alrighty, foundation is on. I don't have any cream products that are old. My oldest ones are definitely from 2025, and that's late in 2025. So I think I'm just gonna skip the cream products today. I don't always use them anyways. So we're gonna go ahead and set. This is my only setting powder in my collection. So again, it's not old. I got it probably around, I wanna say October of 2025, but it's my only setting powder, so we're gonna go ahead and use it. I would like to have at least 2 of most products, just because for different things, right? Like a less expensive one, again, that works decently for when I'm just at home, and then a nicer one maybe for when I'm going out. I've definitely focused on getting a lot of eyeshadow palettes and getting like a decent amount of blush. I'm still working on getting up there for highlighter because I don't have a ton of them. Lip products I've got a decent amount of, other than like lip liners. Like, I don't know, my collection is kind of scattered with what I do have a good amount of and what I don't, but skin products I definitely could use a little bit more just to pick and choose from, especially for content's sake. I think it'd be nice to, like, I want to do a spinner wheel picks my makeup, but that only works when I have at least like 3 or 4 of something, and there's quite a few products I don't have that many of. As you're seeing here, I think I've told you at least 2 or 3 that I only have 1 of, and then at least a couple that I only have like 2 of, kind of thing. So alrighty, the face is set. Now we can do some blush and highlight. I think these are my oldest blushes in my collection. I have a couple that are also pretty up there in age, but we've got these 2 Sailormoon Colourpop blushes. I think we'll go with the more soft one today. So we're gonna go in with this Sailormoon Colourpop Cosmetics Sailormoon blush. This one is called From the Moon, and it's the more used out of the 2 for sure, just because it's a little bit softer of a blush. But I got these ones, it has to have been between 2019 and 2020, because I got these while I was still at a job that I quit during COVID. This is a little bit more intense than I intended, but it's okay. I'm just gonna grab my powder puff and kind of diffuse everything a little bit here. I love this powder puff. I got it in my Do Color PR box from last year. They just sent me a brush set, and honestly, it's been such a great addition to my collection. I really appreciate it. It's the only opportunity I've gotten from them, but hopefully in the future they'll want to send me products again. I think I gotta do some reels showcasing these a little bit more. That would be fun. Yeah, okay, so blush is on. Now I've got a couple highlighters that are really old, but I'm trying to get this one used up just to get it out of my collection, because I haven't supported Jeffree Star Cosmetics in a very long time, but this is majority of my highlight. So we're gonna go in with the Alien Ice just because I did a very green look. We could also go into the Lavender Snow though. Maybe let's do Lavender Snow actually. This one, again, I got probably 2019 to 2020, and I do really like it, but again, I don't support Jeffree Star. I have not since about that time, but I will say he did make some decent products. Not everything was incredible, but I did really like this highlighter palette. I only have that, some lipsticks, and 1 eyeshadow palette in my collection from the days that I supported him, and it's genuinely because I don't have something in my collection to replace these products yet. Alright, I think we can do brows as well, actually. Sometimes I forget to do my brows. Alright, again, this is sort of my only brow product in my collection. I did just buy another replacement because this one is getting pretty empty. That's as much as I have left in it. So I did buy another brow pencil, but this is A, my oldest, and B, the only open one I have in my collection. This one, See, products like these I just don't know, because usually I just grab them in the drugstore when I feel like I need them. But it's got to be at least a couple years old, because I went through a long time where I just didn't do my brows, and then this is also the wrong shade for me. I needed the darker brown than this. So for a long time it just kind of sat in my drawer, but then finally I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna use it up, get it out of my collection, and then I can get a better one. But I just kind of color in so that it's not so sheer, and then I'll brush it out with the other side. This is the e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil in Brunette, but like I said, I do need the darker shade. This one is not quite right for me. And then just going in with the spoolie side and brushing. All right, last is lips. So I guess I'll take a look and see what I have for old lip products. Okay, so I've got some Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit lipsticks. I went through a phase where I really liked colorful ones, so you know what? Let's use one of the colorful ones from back then. Why not? So let's go in. Let me just smell it. Yeah, so it still smells fine. This is from Wet n Wild, and this one is in the shade Sirens Jewel, so it's green. And let's do it. These are like 7 years old, maybe. Yeah, it's bad, but it still smells fine. So do you see that color though? Okay, I haven't done a color like this in a while. I kind of want to top it with the highlight I used, so the Lavender Snow. So I'm just gonna grab a little on my finger, and I just like to tap it, and then I'm just gonna grab a clean brush and oh yeah. All right, I'm gonna touch up my hair, get something not pajamas on, and then I'll come back and see if there's any finishing touches I want to do, or if this is the completed look. Alrighty guys, so this is the completed look. I didn't change anything makeup wise, I just finished off my hair, and I think it looks absolutely beautiful. This is your reminder that you can create a beautiful look with what's already in your collection. Don't get me wrong, I love new products, I love trying new things, I love just playing with makeup as a whole, so of course I'm going to want to play with things that are new and exciting and what's trending online. Like, of course I'm going to want to. But with that said, I think it's so important to use what you own. I think it's crazy when people get in a new palette and they use it twice and never again, because then they're on to the next new thing. And as much as I want to get on PR, I want to stay true to the fact that I'm using what I own, or it's going to someone who's going to use it. You know what I mean? I never want to be that person that just has such a big collection that I'm not able to use what I have. I have so much fun dipping into all of my palettes, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of video. If you did, I can definitely do more like this, because like I said, I'm always using what I own anyways, but to do a dedicated video like this just to help you guys remember that it's okay not to get the newest thing, then yeah, I would love to do more of that. So with all that said guys, if you like this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. That helps my channel out a lot. If you want to see more content from me, you like my vibe, you like this video style, you like me as a whole, I don't know, hit that subscribe button, because I do post 3 times a week as much as possible. I do also work, and I'm currently about to pick up a lot more shifts, so I'm going to try to stick to my 3 times a week. I'm going to try and figure out what kind of videos I can film fast enough and edit fast enough that I can keep up with that while still giving you guys some good quality content. If I do have to dip back down to the 2 a week that I was doing previously for a little while, I'm really sorry. I'll try to keep you guys posted the best I can. But yeah, please feel free to hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed this. And with all that said guys, I will catch you in my next one. Bye!